Whatley! The buddy. God damn it. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Welcome back to the Chromie Zone, guys. Don't worry, there was no Mutleys harmed in the making of that intro. He mainly harmed my phone and my microphone, which is hopefully still working and you can hopefully still hear me. As you can see in the title, guys, today we have our top 5 tips for staying fit in December. First off, guys, I would like to apologize for the sort of delay in videos for the last 2 weeks. I have overloaded myself with projects and moved into a new house, so I was quite overwhelmed, which was fantastic because if you're not being overwhelmed, you're probably not growing or learning. Or maybe I'm just weird. We're gonna start with number 5. Fill up on healthy food. So yes, this is the opposite of what some people tell you to do, which is just fast for the day and then you can enjoy yourself in the evening, which is also a great technique or a great tactic. However, for some people, and including myself, does not really work. Fasting gets very uncomfortable, or maybe you need to eat for some reason if you're exercising a lot, or if you need that energy throughout the day, you're going to need to eat. So specifically, just try and force down, hunker down, and just eat those vegetables, eat those like starchy carbs like potatoes, fill up on those things that are nutritious and very filling, but also quite low calorie. That'll do you a lot better than just filling up on things like your gravies, your fizzy drinks, and your alcohol and all this kind of stuff. You'll still be able to enjoy the food, but you just don't have to be as full with, well, so essentially this is you simply have less space for bad food. We want you to obliterate perfectionism. December and January are such common times for perfectionism in people's lives because during December people are kind of starting to think about their January resolutions or their New Year resolutions, and they're starting to make sort of half-ass attempts at preparing themselves for that. So this sort of perfectionism mindset comes into play, and if they've done something or if they've made a slight mistake in one of the goals that they're working on or one of the things that they're working towards, they decide to just crumple up, throw it out the window. It's not a perfect result, and thus it's not worth chasing. That is very, very wrong in my opinion, especially if you're trying to instill a new habit into your life. You should just be going hell for leather and working on your consistency rather than the perfection of that result. Even aiming for consistency can be a trigger for perfectionism as well, because imagine if you missed a day or you missed 2 days and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I've missed it, I've ruined it, it's not worth doing. No, consistently get back on the horse, consistently get back at it. December will break you down for perfectionism because there's so many things that get in the way. You have to be able to fight it. And now, this time of year is an opportunity to get really, really good at being consistent and obliterating perfectionism. Disclaimer on perfectionism. Perfectionism is a really useful trait and quite a valuable trait if you've gotten really good and really disciplined at your habit or the production of whatever you're doing. When starting out and you're trying to instill new habits or work towards a new goal, it is going to just completely ruin your progress because it really does pull you back from working towards something that's not perfect. Feel free to adopt perfectionism again when you get really good at that habit or really good at creating that product so you can make the most perfect, best product you possibly can. But starting out, it's better to put out quantity than it is to put out quality. I have mentioned this one before, maybe not in these YouTube videos, but maybe before in, I think on an Instagram video. So if you follow me on Instagram there, you've probably heard this one, but it is work out before feasts and before your kind of like parties or nights out. So essentially when we exercise, and more specifically after we exercise, our bodies are primed for the digestion and processing of nutrients. It really needs these nutrients to both repair itself and build on the weaknesses that it's experienced through the day. So you can take advantage of this. You're going to ensure that those nutrients go towards repairing your body and rebuilding your muscle and to fueling your metabolism over just being stored as fat and sitting on your gut. So a nice phrase I came up for this one to help myself remember it is put that Christmas turkey into your biceps instead of your waistline. Nice and simple, work out before you feast. this one is arguably really important, and I use this like religiously, and it is set goals for December. December is easily the least productive month of the year. People even accept that they're probably going to lose progress or even halt progress altogether on their goals or their projects or whatever they're working towards. Just because you get to spend more time with your loved ones or your loved ones want to spend more time with you doesn't necessarily mean you can just give up on your projects, give up on yourself, and give up on your goals. And then also, setting your goals in December and working towards them is an incredibly good habit to build leading up to January, leading up to your New Year's resolutions. So make sure you're getting started early. If you really want those resolutions to stick, you should start them now. Easily the most important for anything, anywhere, and anybody is enjoy the holidays. That's right. That sort of work-life balance is something you should hit. And December, again, is another really good time to re-establish those connections with people and to get good at this thing we call life. You know all this shit already, but I just thought I'd take the opportunity to put this in the #1 spot. 2020, I think, has taught a lot of people, including myself, how valuable your time is with those around you and how well those around you can make your time worth something and worth spending on this planet. And that is me being very philosophical and I could go on a rant there, but I'm not going to. And with that, guys, we're going to get into our bonus tip, which is for those of you doing your New Year's resolutions. Write down your goals for your New Year's, write down the habits you want to instill, and start working toward them right now, today or tonight, not tomorrow. If you cannot start working on them today or tonight, now I want you to write down why you can't do that tonight or today. It is probably one of the most impactful tasks you can do before New Year's for New Year's. New Year's resolution, if you're just starting on New Year's, you're going to run into problems. You should try it and see what the first obstacles are. If your New Year's resolution is go to the gym or work out more often, the first thing you're going to encounter is probably not feeling motivated to go to the gym. So now you can tackle, how do I get around that? Start tackling that right now. Motley, please don't pull down the camera again. Good boy. That's just like a bonus tip I thought I'd leave there. So write down your goals, write down the habits you want, and start them right now. And if you can't, figure out why. That is the first thing you need to do. Do your best to work for it preemptively. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And also in line with step 2 or tip 2, I'm going to take this opportunity and announce one of the goals I have for December, more specifically my YouTube goal for December. I'm going to try and release 6 videos over the course of December. So I have 2 weeks to release 6 videos. That's going to be a video almost every 2 days, every 3 days. Whilst I wasn't recording the last 2 weeks, we have been writing, and there's some really cool ideas coming up. So I really look forward, and I really hope I can make them as great as they've been planned. So I can't wait to see you guys then. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching, and stay fit, stay happy, stay healthy.